Heyo, it's Teddy. Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Makeup. In this beautiful series, I will be discussing the key topics to makeup as far as what you need to get started, what brands I recommend starting with, and what to look for to make your own decisions when you're in the makeup store. In today's video, we'll be discussing the first thing that you need to invest in whenever you start your journey in makeup, and that is brushes. Brushes! Hey, and actually, this was the first one that we're going to talk about. What a lucky draw. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. So the first brush that we have is a foundation brush, and typically you will find them either like this or kind of like this one, where it's flat and these are tapered. So typically they're done with a synthetic hair so that they can really get the product on. Synthetic hair can hold more product and can dispense more product in a much more dense fashion, and real hair can blend a lot easier, and that's why I typically use this synthetic haired brush to administer all of my foundation, and then I'll use this real hair brush to blend the rest of my foundation to the rest of my skin. A really common alternative to the foundation brush is the Beauty Blender, and here I have two different kinds. This is an actual Beauty Blender brand Beauty Blender, and this is the classic, and it basically just stamps foundation wherever you want it. It's more of a full coverage sort of look that you'll get with one of these, and they also have the tip of it so that you can really get into like the inner corner of your eye. As for this is EcoTools little beauty blender, and it's kind of got the fine edges, and this is going to be better at sort of putting a lot of the product on by smearing it and then patting it in. For the most part, they're both medium to full coverage from a beauty blender. If you're looking for a very sheer foundation sort of look, you're going to need to stick with a synthetic brush. Up next we have powder brushes, and I first got this EcoTools flower powder brush in one of their EcoTools All I Need packages, but I like this Ulta Beauty powder brush because it is much thicker and it's very dense and it holds a lot of my powder, so I don't actually have to like pick up a lot of powder every time. And I ended up using this more for blush, but it's meant for powder, which this is your setting powder and your banana powder and whatever else you're going to powder the whole face. And you would want it to be a softer sort of brush so that it can take everything, put everything on, take it off, and blend at the same time. Up next we have a detail brush, which it's going to be smaller and kind of like the powder brush, but it's just a miniature version, typically used for highlighting, and a lot of other people prefer to use the fan brush. I'm not a big fan of the fan brush. I'm not a big fan brush fan. I'm not a big fan of the fan brush, just because I don't feel like I can get enough product onto it, and I have to keep on going back and forth into my highlighter to really get any results from it. But this, it's nice and thick. It can pack on a lot of product all in one go without having to re-dip my brush back into the product. Up next, we're going to talk about kabuki brushes, or some people just prefer bronze brushes. I have what is essentially a kabuki brush just with a longer handle. Typically these will come in with a handle about the size of just the metal part of this brush, and these are typically used for your contour or your bronzer. It wants to hold product while also dispersing the product at the same time. You can see how the bristles of the brush, some are more close in and some of them are further out, and that's just so that the product will go on and it will also blend it at the same time. Up next, we're going to talk about contour brushes. These are more for putting your contour on. I use my bronzer as my contour, so I actually use this as another one of my highlighter brushes. Then there is the blending brush, and this is just for fine details. If you notice, like, oh, my contour is it's too straight, or like it's too much of a harsh edge, you can go in and just kind of soften it up with one of these. This is not an essential brush at all. I only have it because it came in a pack with all the rest of the EcoTools brushes. So eye brushes come in all shapes and sizes. I kind of just broke mine down into what categories I think they really do different jobs in. And first of all, we're going to talk about our dome brushes. Now, these brushes are more for just putting product on. They're very dense. They have they can carry so much product, and generally they come in synthetic hair. Not many of them. I think this is my only one that is real hair out of this whole entire collection. But they typically come in synthetic so that they can hold a lot and they can just take the product and put it where it needs to be. These are not meant to be perfect. They're just meant to put the product onto your lid. Next are eyebrow or angled brushes, and they are usually very fine. Sorry for my extremely disgusting eyebrow brushes. I actually don't do my eyebrows. My eyebrows are fully natural, and I use these for fine lines. This one, the reason why it's so disgusting and full of concealer is because I use this to really get a sharp edge on my wings. And this one I actually use as a liner to do like a base for my eyeliner. But they're very thin, and they're more meant to get the fine lines of your eyebrows. Up next, we have crease brushes, and these typically are to get the product into your crease and to more of shape what you're looking for. So here is my finest one. It is very thin. I usually use this for very dark colors, and it's typically the last one that I use whenever I'm doing like a gradient of some sort. This one is a little bit thicker, and it's actually one of my real hair brushes, and this one is better at blending, so I would usually put this as my second or third, depending on how many colors I'm going to have in my gradient. This is more for blending out what's in your crease. And then these three are very thick. They're almost rounded, and these are going to be the first ones that I use, and they're all synthetic hair, so they carry a lot of product. As you can tell, as I flick this, there's just dust going everywhere. That's because they hold the product and they administer it very well. Next, we have the fine eyeliner brush. This is exactly what the name says. It's for an eyeliner and for very fine lines. They do get thinner, and sometimes they have a bent neck, and that's just so you can basically just be in a position that you're just going straight up and it's bent to the eye. But it's just for eyeliner, for cream eyeliners, and you can use eyeshadows to help enhance those eyeliners. That's what I usually use this for, but I also use this whenever I'm doing like my fine details. I'll take some eyeliner and draw with it. It's more of an artistic tool than it is a general makeup tool. Up next are the most important brushes in all of makeup, and those are your blending brushes. So these are real hair right here, and these are synthetics, and these are just to blend everything together. I would always keep one of these clean at all times, and the rest of them stay dirty with whatever color I typically go with. So I'll usually have one. This one is mostly pink, and then yeah, this one's got a blue tint to it because I typically do pink or blue looks. So these two stay dirty, and then this one is always clean at all times. Now, whenever I say dirty, I don't mean like they're disgusting. It just, they still have a little bit of product in them. Here are some other brushes that they're not really brushes. I mean, they are, but they're not the typical brushes. Here is a eyebrow comb / brush, and this is just to keep your eyebrows in the direction that you would like. And then this is just a finer sort of brush. I don't typically use this except for whenever I think my mascara is a little bit chunkier than I wish. I will brush through my mascara, and it kind of pulls some of the clumps apart. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it helps. This is actually just called a spatula, and I use this for face masks. It's actually not even used for makeup very often, but it's nice to have so you don't have to have all your face mask stuff all over your hands. And then this, I actually use this one very often. This is not actually a specific brush. I guess you could call it one of the dome-shaped eyeshadow brushes, but I use this with concealer, typically a white or a very light concealer, and I use this to carve out all of my cut creases, and it's different than the eyebrow pencil because it's kind of domed, and this would be just a straight line. This is better at curves. So to recap, we went over the different type of facial brushes, different type of eye brushes, and then a little bit of miscellaneous brushes. You don't need a billion brushes like I have in order to get started. You just need a few basics. Like I said, foundation brush, powder brush, a bronzer brush, contour brush, and a highlight brush for your face. And for your eyes, all that you need is a good dome-shaped brush and blending brush, or get the duo. If you find this guide helpful at all, leave a like, a comment, share it to your friend, hit the subscribe button, tap that bell notification so that you can see whenever I come out with my next guide. In the comments, tell me some other guides that you want to see, like, I don't know, I've been thinking about possibly doing an eyeliner guide on how to do different types of eyeliner. It's cold. So So go. So go and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I now have my new Snapchat up for you guys to send me whatever needs to be sent through Snapchat. So that's it for this guide, and I'll see you guys in the next one.